Bernie says, no way, our campaign's based on love. Nobody would bully. Okay, the left always bullies. That is right now probably the defining feature of the left. Look no further than a video that just came out of Ohio University yesterday from the conservative activist Caitlin Bennett. Caitlin Bennett walks into Ohio University, mobs and mobs of people throwing things at her, screaming at her, pouring coffee on her. And my favorite moment of it is when some SJW gets in her face, crazed, hysterical, steam coming out of her ears, and screams, "You don't understand oppression."
Someone just poured hot coffee on me.
I dare you to push me again.
I'm not punching you.
I dare you to push me again.
I'm not pushing you.
You're good. You did. How did I end up on the ground? I did on video. Exactly. That pushed me again. I dare you.
Poured hot coffee on me.
I just think, and look, I don't really know anybody very well who's in that video, but I think the woman screaming, "You don't understand oppression," I suspect she does not understand oppression. We had to bleep out a lot of that video just because of all this crazy expletives and people screaming and screaming all the time. That conservative activist is Caitlin Bennett. From a quick Google search, it would appear that people on the internet have very strong opinions about this girl. Regardless of what your opinion is, if you're on the right, left, or center, just actually take her out of it for a second, or just replace her with a kind of like totally neutral figure. And look at all the people around her. Look at all the leftists screaming, degrading themselves, whipping themselves up into a frenzy. Why? I Googled this girl, Caitlin Bennett. Do you know what her great crime is? She took a photo in high school holding an AR-15, and somehow this became publicized and people lost their minds over it. That's it. Took a picture holding a gun, and now she makes videos as a conservative activist. People go crazy. That obviously is bullying. She's a fairly petite young lady, and you've got these mobs of people, men, women, giant people, kind of swarming around her, vandalizing her friend's car. That is bullying. It doesn't just happen at that college campus. It doesn't just happen to her. It happens to conservatives all over the country. It happens socially. There's a ton of social bullying. There's obviously a lot of professional bullying. That's why people in big tech, why people in academia, why people in corporate America hide their political views, because they know that if they voice their political views, they're liable to be fired. They're liable to be discriminated against. There's a story across the pond out of the United Kingdom saying that the National Health Service is able to deny non-emergency care to people who make transphobic comments, whatever that means. You don't go along with the latest leftist ideological fad, you can be denied health care. Now, that's bullying. And of course, there's the political bullying, which we see all the time. And we see it from left-wingers who now want to make certain forms of thought effectively illegal. That's where the bullying comes in. Now, I want to make sure that we get to some of these candidates on the Democratic side, because Bernie Sanders says our campaign's about love. His whole campaign is about bullying. His whole campaign is saying you can't do this, you can't do that. We're going to take away your money. We're going to take away your choice. We're going to vilify a whole class of people. The class of people he used to vilify was the millionaires and the billionaires. Now it's just the billionaires because Bernie Sanders became a millionaire. How convenient. But all of these guys, the whole ideology is based on bullying. It's based on do what I say or else. Law be damned, votes be damned. Thank you for tuning into the Daily Wire, one of the fastest growing conservative media outlets in the country. If you enjoyed this video, and really, even if you didn't, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on any of our content.